Been doing these daily uploads, and I was actually gonna take a little bit of a break today, but I got asked a question on Twitter in my DM. Feel free to DM me Tower of God questions or even suggestions for videos. I'm all ears. I'm open to suggestions. Feel free. Don't be scared to talk to me. I like to have discourse, but the question was basically if I thought Leviathan was capping. Is he lying about his overwhelming strength and greatness in a similar vein that Vallejo was back in the second season of Tower of God? And to keep this quick, short, and simple, no, I don't think Leviathan is lying. Do I think that Leviathan is somewhat reflecting what his name comes from, being the demon of pride? Because if you guys know that the seven deadly sins are usually associated with a type of demon like Mammon and Belphegor and things like that, I do think that is a very prideful and arrogant being that was created by Traumerei, if I remember correctly. So it was something that it was created by an irregular that's very powerful. And the reason that I don't think that Leviathan is necessarily lying, though I do think he could be like embellishing how awesome and great, I devour everything, I can't be tamed. Like all of that is just him, like, being a being of pride. That's fine. I do believe that the 52nd floor having this one little thing of suspendium with the odd-eye cobra surrounding it, almost like it's defending it, is very significant. Bam also recognizing it as a threat and it being sealed in the suspendium with a very convoluted and complicated spell that probably would have never gotten broken if you didn't have the quote-unquote master key that is 25th Bam, who can just dispel spells, and then this sudden Vincente coming through with his spell book on some I got all the answers. He's the Game Shark, Game Fat guide on how to undo the spell. I don't think that you would have to go that far to seal something that isn't dangerous. The counter argument that I have for myself is that possibly Traumerei wasn't necessarily sealing this thing because it was so dangerous to him. It could be that he was punishing Leviathan for not recognizing him as his master. So he's forcing him to feed on his own emotions and whatever the case was. I think he said like he feeds on hatred, and as long as Traumerei is alive, he will not cease to exist. So I do think you can have varying perspectives on it, but ultimately I do think that Leviathan is very important and special, and it's going to play into some future events in a meaningful way. I think Bam being able to absorb Leviathan and getting it into him is going to be a significant power boost. And another reason why it's going to be very significant is going to be a feat. Traumerei is known as, I call Traumerei the ultimate apex predator in the tower. He's the master monster tamer, Pokemon master, whatever you want to call him. He tames other creatures, trifles, monsters, and things of that nature. And this was something that he could not control. And there are things that he cannot control or do not submit to him. Bam was able to not necessarily control Leviathan, but absorb him, and I do think that will be a significant feat that will make Traumerei possibly raise an eyebrow should Bam showcase that he has this creature inside of him. So, long story short, I do not think Leviathan is lying. Do I think Leviathan is the most powerful being in the tower? No, I don't think that at all. I could make a case for why I think something like Arcanak is stronger than Traumerei. Not Traumerei, that's crazy. Whoa, Leviathan. But ultimately, I do think that Leviathan is telling the truth. And if Bam is unreliable as a person who's telling you things, but it depends on what it is. I do think that his sense to recognize something being dangerous and a threat and can't just be released to the outside world, I do think he's a reliable narrator for things like that. So I don't doubt him when he goes like, no, I can't let this thing roam free outside. It's gotta be stopped. So that's my answer. You guys be safe. Like the video. I'm gonna be out. Shout out to all of my patrons, my CBLs, the priests of fire, but especially my tier 3 subscribers, the 5th Zan Gods. Shout out to Sunny Kathapali, Simi, Shoddy to Your Body, Scobe, Revenant, Miles, Chris, Cayenne, Triss, Chromizone, Abdal, and my boy Alan. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you.